Today we are going to talk about pressure gauges and how to do a DIY pressure gauge without spending an arm and a leg, or ordering offline and having to pay for shipping. These are really easy to make. There's two different types of pressure gauges out there. You have an air-filled regular pressure gauge. They usually come with all 1/4 inch bottom pieces here, fittings. So you have to find a fitting as this one here that is a 1/4 inch with a quick connect. And then they also have a glycerin fill, and as you can see, there's liquid in here. Now the liquid does two things. It actually prolongs the lifespan of the gauge itself. The weight of it's a lot more heavy because it's all stainless steel rather than plastic, and this is actually glass rather than plastic, the bezel. Also, they have more accurate readings for your RO system, and that's mainly what these are used for. Some people use them also for their CO2 going into their aquariums, but today we're talking about for your RO system. And it's very important for you to have a pressure gauge on your RO system, whether it be an air-filled, which are a little cheaper. I was fortunate enough that I picked up a few of these at my local fish store. They had them on sale. Normally they're about 15 bucks. I got them for about 8 bucks a piece. So I picked up a few. You never know, a friend might need one or something like that. It's always good to have a few around. You can get this one at Home Depot or Lowe's. They have them there for about 5 bucks. So I mean, for 3 bucks more, I got to get three of those. Next thing you're gonna need, which is really important, is a female quick connect adapter. Now these are sometimes hard to locate. Lowe's and Home Depot did not have these particular adapters. I had an option of where I was thinking that I would go from a brass fitting to a male end, and then that would be my coupling into that to the fitting on the gauge itself. But the whole thing about it is you don't want to use a metal fitting going into your membrane, because you could leach copper and other alloys that are inside of brass into your membrane, and then it's just going to have to work harder, and you actually might get that in your product water. The next thing you're going to need is a T quick connect. I always use 1/4 inch tubing, which you should be able to get at your local hardware store, which a lot of times they don't carry a lot of colors. They carry the clear, and you can buy this in bulk. They about sell it in 10-foot sections, or you can get some from your LFS. Not every LFS carries it, but mine happens to, so I was very fortunate to pick up some. I got about 40 feet of it because I'm plumbing my new RO system. Alrighty, to get to it, to cut your tubing, they sell little RO line cutters for 5 bucks online. I haven't been able to find them, and my LFS does not carry that. I just use a PVC cutter. It cuts them at a perfect angle or perfect flat edge. You don't want an angle. You don't want a 45 degree because that will cause a leak, and that's not going to be a good thing. So what you're going to do, and we'll demonstrate with the glycerin one, you're going to take your female fitting. Hold on a second. You're going to take your female fitting and thread it onto your pressure gauge. Having a little trouble here. Apologize. You're going to want to use Teflon. I'm just doing this as a dry mock-up. Nothing else needed right now. Then you're going to want to take your T and insert This is kind of hard because my video camera is not working that great right now, so I'm using my phone camera. You're going to insert it into your T-fitting until it seats. Next, you will take your T-fitting and your tubing and insert it into your female fitting, and that's what it'll look like. Now this T-fitting itself will go in between your membrane out, so that you're going to be, or I'm sorry, I apologize for that, going into your membrane, because it's very important for your pressure to know what pressure is going into your membrane, because most membranes are very sensitive and they like to work between 45 psi and 50 psi. You could go all the way up to 75 psi. That's great. I mean, that you get more product water, you're getting more out of your membrane, and it's making your system run a lot more efficiently. If you're running a booster pump, which I will do another video about booster pumps. I would definitely go with the glycerin filled. You're only going to need one gauge. I'm thinking about putting one on my, because I had just moved into a new place, so I'm thinking about putting one on my water out of my tap, due to I would like to know what pressure I'm yielding from my well, which I could probably tell you is only going to be about 30 psi, which is definitely not good for an RO system. But that's pretty much it. Everything you can get either at your local fish store, or you can get a plumbing supply company. This will be your hardest thing to find. I actually picked up a bunch of them because God knows what I'll be able to use them for. You never know when you're going to need something like this. But that's it. Yeah, and this right here, literally, instead of I'm not mentioning websites because I shop on certain websites, but for instead of $20, I've got a gauge that literally cost me, I had teas laying around, this thing cost me about 11 bucks, and it's really nice. It's very tough, and it's gonna last. And this is, as a lot of the other videos say, this is a very crucial part of an RO system right here, is having a pressure gauge, because it will let you know when you need to change your filters and when your membrane needs to be changed as well. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them. Again, I'm sorry about the quality of the video and the shakiness of the video. Thus, because I'm using my phone camcorder. So thank you for watching, and I'll post some more videos soon. Thank you. Have a good one.